It's about 2:30 a.m. as you can see from the clock behind me. As promised, here's that video I was referring to during story time with Zhao, who I did poll, by the way, and he is ridiculous. That's another video though. I know I've been saying that a lot, but that's another video. I'm not sure if I ever really blatantly said this on video on this YouTube channel, or I probably mentioned it and didn't go into detail about it. Um, I don't have my browser open right now because I feel like I've done enough research about this topic. Well, I guess I don't know if I should be revealing this or because it was different. Let me explain how it was different. With bipolar disorder, you know, yeah, maybe a few people would they would pity you. They would feel bad for you. Uh, they would make stereotypes like, oh, this person must be happy 1 second and sad another. Uh, nice 1 second and angry the other. And they just think it's like they think it's like the wave, like this. They think it doesn't go like this, etc. They think it goes like this. Now, I'm not saying which one is correct and which one is not, but it's all the same shit. I mean, but something happened. Something happened when I was re-diagnosed. I believe I was, at least. Not that it matters. It's a label at the end of the day. But unfortunately, in today's society, labels do matter. And I will never figure out why that is. So, if there was one prefix in the entire DSM, Diagnosis and Statistics Manual, I believe we're on 6 right now. I think we're on 6. Are we on 6? I don't know. So let's just say DSM 6. I don't know. Or DSM X. Let's call it DSM X. The prefix the majority of people fear the most is schizo. Now, most people will associate that with schizophrenia. I inaccurately diagnosed myself with schizophrenia back when I was doing self-diagnosing. I highly don't recommend it. I highly do not recommend it. It was just a weird time during that time. But if you guys remember correctly, I was writing my book then. I'm not sure if I mentioned that on this channel. I don't know. Well, this is my plug right there. Could have been crazy. There's my plug. So most people don't know what this even is. Most people don't know what schizoaffective disorder is. Now, when you hear the word affective, with the A, not the E, of course, with the is something that is affected by other stuff. It could be symptoms, it could be triggers, it could be circumstances, life circumstances, it could be changes in your diet. I mean, it could really be a number of factors. But nevertheless, it is still a mood disorder. Now, what is the difference between bipolar disorder and schizoaffective disorder? Let me choose my words carefully here. Schizoaffective disorder is sort of like bipolar disorder with psychotic symptoms. Now, what was that word that I just used that might freak some people out? I think we all know what that word is. I'll go ahead and say it. So there's bipolar disorder with psychotic symptoms, and then there's just schizoaffective disorder. I'm not sure what the difference between the two is. They're both pretty much the same in my opinion. But I don't want to say schizoaffective disorder is like having bipolar disorder and schizophrenia at the same time. It diagnoses don't work like that. I don't know how else to explain it other than that. But the word here is psychotic. There's a medical definition of psychosis, which is basically delusions, paranoia. Let me think. I mean, this ties in with paranoia, but distrust, uh, hallucinations. It can really be a number of things. I mean, like you could even throw anxiety in there, like obsessiveness. Like you could really throw a whole bunch of shit in there, and it will still fit the mode. And that's the scary part. So why does the word psychotic matter when it comes to schizoaffective disorder? The word psychotic matters when it comes to schizoaffective disorder because if you just look at something like schizophrenia, it illustrates psychotic symptoms like, again, paranoia, hallucinations, delusions, uh, hearing voices. Um, so we got those symptoms, right, that are congruent with the prefix schizo, which is a prefix, not a word by itself, as some people have not realized this in 2021. All I'm saying is, I don't know. I was saying this like 10 years ago. We have a long way to go. We still have a long way to go. Um, but imagine those psychotic symptoms being meshed with a mood disorder. Now, what is a mood disorder? From the very just looking at the two words, it's very similar to bipolar disorder, which is also a mood disorder. Um, it's basically cycling in terms of going from mania to depression and back and forth. Sometimes there's some people out there who, in regards to bipolar disorder, just going off on a tangent, but I feel like I should explain it. There's some people that go through a lifetime of bipolar disorder and they only have one manic episode. Now, what is mania? What is manic? It's like when you have so much energy you can't sleep. It's like when you are very restless. You are very hyper. You make bad decisions in terms of sexual partners, spending too much money than you should be spending. Just erratic behavior like that. That is quote unquote not normal. Let's put it that way. Okay, let's be real and just say it's not normal. Um, are there people that can exhibit those not normal symptoms and not have a mood disorder? Of course. Um, but why am I bringing all this up? I am bringing all this up because it's one thing to have a YouTube channel because let me put it this way. I redirect, I link my some of my YouTube videos to Facebook, my personal Facebook that is only open to only people that are friends of mine on Facebook. Now, I'm pretty sure. I think I have exactly 200 friends, if not very close to that. That those 200 people are not watching every single video. The reason I know that is because I only have so many videos that have 200 views on them. And usually those are unique views, as in if a person watches it 10 times, it only counts as one view. I would just like to. I'm not sure if people knew that, but if you're spamming views onto some of my videos, I'm not sure if they count or not, to be honest. But I appreciate it. I appreciate the effort. Thank you for that. But anyway, I don't share my diagnosis with many people at all. Was it different when my diagnosis was bipolar disorder? I'm sad to say this, but yes. The reason being is that when I say I have blank affective disorder, we all know what the blank is. It raises a red flag in people's minds. it makes them think, oh, they start looking at you with like eyebrow raise, like the people's eyebrow hair. They raise it and they're like, oh, you're oh. But what do I mean by that? Well, you know exactly what I mean. I shouldn't have to be explaining this. Like, if you just look at the stereotypes we have in society, especially towards mental illness, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, again, why am I bringing all this up? Well, I'm bringing all this up because I don't think I'm wrong when I'm making this statement. What is malice? What is being malicious? It is typically wanting, being inclined to, causing physical, emotional, and or mental harm to someone else. So if you know what my disorder is, you know, that's great. I confided in you about it. You should feel special. The point being that I'm not expecting you to research all this shit about it, because technically it doesn't affect you, but like you would think that like if things were different, if life circumstances were different and I was reacting negatively to them, that you might, you might wonder, you might speculate, you might think, okay, this diagnosis isn't him. It doesn't represent 100% of him as in me. I just want to make sure I'm using the right pronouns here. Anyway, it's just that oh, there is I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but I think I did. Uh if you know someone who has a blank disorder, we all know what those blanks are now, I hope so. Why would you intentionally do something that could potentially make them paranoid? This includes, but not limited to, using a fake identity to contact them, to talking about them and having them find out about it. So that's where it comes from, huh? My one rule. Why is it that if you're going to talk shit, I don't want to find out about it? If you're going to talk shit about me, I don't want to be in the same presence as you if you're doing that. Because not only will I obsess about it, but also I will become paranoid about it. So during the state of the country, of the world we are in right now, is this situation gonna help my mental health, or is it gonna make it harder? I mean, like, I don't understand why I need to map this out for people. Like, it's not rocket science. This is not intense level psychology here. This is not psychiatry 101. Like, this isn't a master's program. This isn't a bachelor's program. All I'm saying is, why enable someone's symptoms if you don't have to? Now, I just don't know. I mean, like, am I way off base here? Like, am I assuming too much or too little? I really don't know. It's just that's why I consider it borderline malicious, is because there's no regard for how I'm gonna react to something. Because in that moment, when this famous statement right here, this should be my epitaph. It should say, Tony was a veteran whose disability prevents him from working. That No harm can come from that statement, right? Made right in front of me. Nope, nope, no harm can come from that statement. Yes, yes, I am still thinking about it. Because shit was talked in front of me like I wasn't even fucking there. And even if I was acknowledged to be there, why are you talking about that about me when I'm there? There's no way around this. There's no like, oh, redirect, or pass go, collect so much money. I mean, like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. And then, like, I just don't understand. I don't understand it. Um it to me, that is a malicious statement to make. And like, if someone is willing to make that statement, what else are they saying? See, this is the paranoia. This is the paranoia getting in right now. Because now I'm wondering, what else are they saying? Why are they using a fake identity? Why are they using a Twitch account on the same day they made that account to talk to me on Twitch? In someone else's channel, no less. No, I just don't get it. I mean, so I can't guarantee anything, but I'm at the moment, at least, and hopefully in the near future, including the recent times, I'm not suicidal. I'm not homicidal. I'm very depressed. I'm very agitated. I'm a number of things because of one fucking statement that should never have been said. So, I'm making this video in hopes that if something happens to me, this will be recorded. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that because such malice was directed towards me, one of these days, I'm going to say something that I shouldn't say, because I'm never going to forget this statement. Regardless of what happens because of it, I'm never forgetting that statement. And look at the shit. Look at this. This is why I am This is why I don't want to know when people talk shit. Because ignorance is bliss. However, other people being ignorant about what does and what does not cause paranoia, just don't even think about it as paranoia. Let's assume like will this statement make Tony suspicious? Let's use the the politically correct word for this. Will it make him suspicious? Will it negatively affect his mentality? I don't know, man. Maybe I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Like, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Everything I say is not valid in this entire video. I'm just the person in question with the disability, and apparently other people are experts about it, and expert enough that they feel free enough to use the information like it's their own because they are experts about it. I hope to God that other people never either meet someone who is, or someone whose symptoms arise where they have similar symptoms to mine. Because those people are going to face what I face: persecution, isolation, alienation. But hey, yeah, it's all fun and games, right? Let's just make a joke about that statement. It's all fun and games. So anyway, as I was saying, uh, can't reiterate enough. I'm not suicidal, nor am I homicidal. At one point, did I want to go to the hospital? Yeah, because the hospital is a really good place to recharge. Normally, during the pandemic, is not a good place to be in general. So, what are my options? Well, I could go. No, I can't go there. I could. I could move to. No, I can't go there. Let me think here. I could go do that. No, I can't do that. I guess I'm just stuck here. talking to myself on a monitor. I guess that is a solution right there, isn't it? Going back to what I was trying to say though, I keep getting distracted. Uh, one of these days, I'm gonna say something that I shouldn't say because boundaries will be crossed again. They always are. Borders will be violated, and I will say some fucked up shit, and it'll probably get me in trouble. And I could potentially die from it. I could be killed. I could be assaulted or whatnot. The point I'm trying to make is what is going to get me killed? I'll tell you right now. I'm not a fortune teller. I could be wrong about this, but like if I had to play the odds, if this was a line on the horse races, I would say this. Ignorance is going to get me killed. People talking about subjects they have no reason to be talking about is going to get me killed. Because something like this is going to happen again. And every time something happens again, this wall right here, this wall crumbles a little bit. And one of these days, that wall will be no more. And I'm going to say something that I shouldn't say that is going to make whomever, so angry it could get me killed. And you know what? If that's how I gotta go, that's how I gotta go. I mean, think about it though. If other people aren't gonna respect boundaries, why should I? How can I? What if I just lose control? What if I just quote unquote snap? I think I'm a pretty calm person, but I feel like due to these circumstances and the nature of that statement which was made that I am still thinking about. That was like 10 minutes ago on this video. I'm still thinking about it. I hear people talking in the household right now. It's so weird. I should probably figure out what that is. But anyway, just to wrap this up, I just can't stop thinking about that statement. Everyone I've talked to, whether it be people who know who was involved, people who've never met who was involved, people who are medical professionals, again with the same stipulations as the first two, every one of them has said that I am right for being angry. I'm right for feeling hurt. I'm right for feeling violated. But hey, I mean, I guess some people just think that's an acceptable thing to say. And it not only does it bother me, it shakes my faith in humanity. So this is why I feel a lot of the stuff that has been happening to me, mostly online, oddly enough, is straight up bullying. It is straight up ignorant bullying. Maybe the bully, quote unquote, bullies rather, maybe they don't even know they are bullying, which is the scary part. Is mind blowing. But hey, what do I know, right? I'm only the person in question with a disability who's also a veteran that prevents him from working. That's what I am. That is the only stuff that defines me, are those things right there. I'm beyond that. I'm not a person. I don't have feelings. and I don't get paranoid. But hey, I have a mental illness. That's a disability. So I mean, that's who I am, right? That Tony Lee is synonymous with a veteran who has a disability that prevents him from working. I'm running out of screen space here. I'm running out of screen space. I can't keep going. I just don't get it. I may never get it, and I can only hope one day this won't be in the back of my mind somewhere, stored in some faraway spot in my mind. I mean, I just thought people in general saw more of me than that. And the fact that that's the only things they see, I it saddens me. I mean, like, I appreciate they think I'm a veteran, even though that's disrespectful in military terms beyond comprehension. But I guess that people who've never been in the military have general knowledge about what it's like in the military. I don't know. It's in the movies, right? The movies show an accurate depiction of everything. A Beautiful Mind. That's so accurate. A Beautiful Mind is such an accurate movie. Oh, oh, am I being sarcastic? I think I am. Was that sarcasm on top of my sarcasm? I mean, you guys could just look this up. Like, look up YouTube videos and like look up like videos like Ask the Psychiatrist. Is A Beautiful Mind accurate? Like, all the information is out there, but people don't want to look it up because it doesn't affect them. But if it can help them prove a point or benefit them in some way, then they're experts. Sometimes I do wish that I did have a physical disability instead of a mental disability. Sometimes I wish that, because then if people saw me with only half a leg or something, they'd be like, oh man, that guy must have had such a hard life. If I wore a shirt that said I only listen to the voices in my head, I think I had a shirt like that, very similar before. But if I wore that shirt, right, and I walked around, people would give me looks. Maybe not everyone, but people would give me looks. Come on now. Not looks in the good way. Let me put it that way. I had no intention of this video going on this long, but I don't know. I just had a lot to get off my chest, and I mean, like after getting it off my chest, do I feel better? Slightly. Does it last? No. Um, I'm just I don't want to say I'm hopeless. I'm just not very hopeful. I don't think. Well, maybe not so much now, but maybe a few months ago. I didn't really like the direction our country was going in. The country that I saw, that I pledged an oath of allegiance to. Um, I didn't like where that country was going. I'm hoping that things get better now, but let's not talk about politics here. And if someone asks me not to talk about politics, that doesn't mean I'm just gonna keep talking about politics. Apparently that's what some people do. I don't know. Um, I don't know, man. It's like I look at the people that I know who do have. I mean, I guess a milder mental illness, if that's even an accurate statement. Um, because all these judgments are in the eye of the beholder. So, what might be mild to some person might not be as mild to others, etc. Shouldn't even have to explain that, but whatever. Um, I look at people that I know, friends, family, acquaintances, coworkers, friends of friends, etc. Famous people even. If you look at some of their disorders, some of their personal problems, well, I shouldn't say problems, well, personal issues, it's just, sometimes I think it's funny how, if a celebrity is likable and they come forward with a diagnosis or some sort of mental illness or struggle they have, because the celebrity is likable, the audience will have pity on them. But if the celebrity is an asshole, I don't know. I feel like that goes in a very bad direction, but you know what I mean, right? So at least I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna die in a car accident. Pretty sure I'm not gonna die in a plane crash. Pretty sure I'm not gonna die by drowning because I don't know how to swim. Pretty sure none of that shit is gonna happen. I'm pretty sure one day someone will say something to me that sets me off, and I will say something back that is so horrendous, heinous to say that I will probably be killed. Um, it's not that I can't let it go. It's that nobody should let it go. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a vet. Okay, you get it by now. You get it by now. Yeah. On the bright side, I was actually supposed to go over this like half an hour ago. My appointment with my APRN was at 5 o'clock earlier tonight. It's 3 a.m. now. But at 5 p.m. How many hours? That was like 10 hours ago. Holy shit. So 10 hours ago, the telephone appointment occurred. Um, it it worked out exactly like I thought it was gonna work out. So right now, unfortunately, as I alluded to before, the hospital is not a safe place right now. I mean, it's safe in the sense that physically you will be safe, but in terms of actually physically being safe, you are exposed to a very high chance of catching the virus, among a slew of other things. If you've never been to a hospital before, I don't know how else to explain it to that. And It's no longer an option, at least not at the moment. Um, Again, I wasn't a priority because I was not suicidal or homicidal, but as I expected, the only thing we could do was just change some dosages, change some stuff around with the medicinal cocktail as they call it, and just change some medications around and just unfortunately, it will take about 2 weeks for those changes to take effect due to the body and the mind becoming acclimated towards it. So I got 2 weeks. Fortunately, in Genshin Impact, a banner lasts about 2 weeks. So I'm good, right? I'm good, right? The banner is gonna be there. That's all that matters, right? Yeah, I made this joke sort of earlier how um like I was like, oh my god, I was talking to my API, right? Oh my god, I'm flipping out right now. Oh my god, I gotta get my shit together. I gotta consider the emergency room. I gotta consider the behavioral healthcare hospital. But I can't because the Zhao banner drops today. It dropped tonight, and I had to wish for it. I had to get Zhao because that's what a true Genshin Impact player does. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Too long didn't watch. That's what this is. This is too long didn't watch part two. Uh, I am just. I am more unhappy right now than I can remember. And unfortunately, the unhappiness comes from many, many, many things. So hopefully, maybe somewhere out there, someone with a mental illness is watching this and being like, damn, man, I feel your pain. The fact that you can still joke around a little bit, you can still keep a sense of humor, you can still cognitively be coherent. Um, that's crazy, yo. I want to be like you. I want to be like Mike. Yo, anybody watching the Brooklyn Nets, man? Anybody watching that fucking soap opera? Oh my god. I'm getting a little off topic here, but seriously, someone needs to watch that soap opera. Jeez. Um, I don't know. I just don't know how to make people understand things they don't understand and don't want to understand. Cause honestly, there's a lot of people out there. If I talked about my personal problems with a whole bunch of people out there, I guarantee you, there's at least one out there who's like, man, I don't want to talk about this right now. Like, this is too deep for me. Like, I wish you the best, but this is depressing the hell out of me. Let's not talk about it anymore. And like, in that situation, it's like, oh, so you only want to be my friend through the good times, huh? Okay, I'll remember that. And the next time they need a friend, am I gonna be there? That's a Michael Jordan move. That's a Michael Jordan, Steph Curry. Did Kobe ever do this? I can't remember if Kobe ever did that. I know Andre Iguodala did at one point. It was like Iguodala. What is Iguodala doing that move? Um, I'm just slowly just trying to think of ways to get my mind off the statement and just trying to find some joy in some random shit. It's definitely taking a toll that I can't just go wherever I want, whenever I want, without doing all these precautions. I don't know what to do. Not in regards to like, life or whatever, but in regards to being happy, being consistently happy, being overall happy. I don't remember the last time I was like that. I think it was before this coronavirus shit. That it was like last year. I mean, like I said in the past video, my ex and I broke up in December 2019, and I just I don't want to say I haven't felt the same since, but like I felt like I was getting over it at one point, and then a whole bunch of shit happened, and it's not that I miss the companionship. It's that it's very difficult to move on given the circumstances of the pandemic and whatnot. It's just if I want to go act a fool and get myself infected, I mean, I could easily do that. I don't want to though. That's not a good thing to do to arguably three innocent at-risk people in his household. There's a lot of shit going on right now. I covered a lot of shit in this video, didn't I? Yeah. This was a very educational video. Well, this is about that time. It's about that closing time. That's what it is. It's about that semi-sonic closing time right now. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Skitty doo up, boop up. If you get that reference, that's very impressive to me. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later.